Hi, everyone. Welcome to the sixth episode of NFTs for Breakfast. I'm Vanta.
I'm Wavy.
And I'm Troyman, and we make NFTs as easy as ABCs. All right, so for today's episode, there's a lot of interesting things that are going on in the current world of current world of NFTs and crypto. So, Wavy, can you tell us a little bit about what the current state is?
Yeah, crypto winter, bear market, whatever you want to call it, everybody's just down bad. I think just cryptocurrency, just everything is pretty much at an all-time low. Everything is just tanking. I think a lot of people are scared. I think Ethereum's at like 1100, but people are even saying like that's not even the bottom yet. It's just gonna keep going down and down. So that's pretty much the state of the market right now. It's not looking good if you believe in a certain project, I guess, or a cryptocurrency. Right now is the time to buy the dip. Um, but if you don't and you think it's just gonna keep going lower and lower, then I would just wait it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was interesting. I was actually talking to about this with a friend, and I don't know much about like U.S. finances and all these kinds of things, but this guy does. So he was telling me that apparently the Fed recently raised interest rates, which is the reason why a lot of stocks are kind of crashing right now too. And it's also a possible that there's a correlation between the stocks and the crypto market. So I don't really know if that's what's going on, but this is just something I heard. And that doesn't really affect anything because it doesn't change how things are going to outcome. It's just maybe that's the reason why. So
Yeah.
yeah, in this current state though, there's something interesting that's been going on with NFT projects that are very, very well. They have the potential to be very popular, but something's happening to them. Vanta, can you go through what is happening with these projects?
Yeah, there are so many great projects out there right now that have incredible artwork, have a solid team behind it, but they're not minting out. So it's kind of like what is going on with the NFT market right now? Like, how can a project succeed when, for example, today, or I guess yesterday, Lonely Pop NFT had their mint for their pre-sale mint or their
Mm-hmm.
first phase of the mint process, and they were doing a fair Dutch auction. So it started at 1.5 ETH. Their floor was 0.25, and they would refund people who bought it at a higher price than 0.25 if it reached that number.
Wait, exactly.
Um,
How does a fair Dutch auction work when you say it starts at a certain
so
amount?
it
Yeah.
starts at like a high amount, and then they have like a floor price that the Dutch auction will go to.
Uh huh.
So as time goes by, that price that it starts at goes lower, 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 lower.
Uh huh.
So if you bought it up here for a fair Dutch auction, whatever the floor price is that the mint process ends at, they will refund you that difference.
Oh, well, that's kind of cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lollipop was a fair Dutch auction. So they said they would refund back people who bought at 1.5. Um, so it sounded good, but the mint was paused shortly after it reached the 0.25 floor because people were not buying. I mean, this community has over 100,000 people in it. There was so much hype around it. The artwork is amazing. It's OX Studio is behind they're the devs behind it. They did the Three Landers project.
Mm.
Great team. So why didn't it mint out?
Yeah. That's oof. That's the question, isn't it? Why are so like because this is not the only project. This is one just very visible project. There's others.
Yeah.
What was
I mean,
another one
I've
recently?
I've been seeing the trend where they have big communities and people aren't selling out. But I feel like Lonely Pop was the most recent because it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
last week it was with Skaterbirds, which
Oh
also has
yeah,
amazing artwork behind it too. It has amazing team behind it.
yeah.
I just don't know what happened.
So, what do you think, Vanta? Why do you believe these projects aren't minting?
Like we just talked about, crypto is not doing well. It's the bear market. So the trend right now is free mints, right? Everyone wants a free mint. We talked about it last week. Um, but in order for projects to survive long term, I don't know if free mint is the way to go if you're really invested in these communities.
So you believe that the community members want the free mint so bad that they just won't even buy into it. They'd rather just
Well, because the free mint is a trend right now,
uh
if you have to pay money for it, people are like, no, we'll just find like a free mint project.
okay. So they're just looking
But
elsewhere.
yeah, I mean, a 1.5 Dutch auction is pretty high. Even the final price being 0.25, especially in a bear market, even in a bull market, that's high.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was
Yeah.
the wisest decision on their team, but you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that starting out at 1.5 is a little tone deaf on their part. I think
yeah,
they just misread the market, which I guess was unfortunate. Like, so, if a project, they believe in their artwork, they spent a lot of time on it, they want to charge people for it. Of course, do what you need to do. Um, but 1.5, that's way too hard. Like you were saying, like it's a free mint meta right now, and I'm not saying that they have to release their project for free as well. They could charge, whatever they want to charge essentially, but they should be still reasonable.
Mhm.
And yeah, for them to charge it that high is just, I don't know. It just, obviously it didn't work out. And I feel like overall just the demand isn't really there as well, just because we're in a bear market.
Mhm.
So people aren't really just looking to buy expensive projects right now, no matter how hyped it is. Um, or maybe a lot of the liquidity is sucked out still from like huge hyped mints like the other side. Um,
Yeah.
and
moonbirds.
that project, the Moonbirds, and it's
Yeah.
like not doing
Goblin
well,
Town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, besides Goblin Town is like it's doing
free.
pretty well, but
Yeah.
everybody else, like their floor price is down. Like even Board Ape, like the biggest, one of the biggest NFT projects, floor price was like what, 450,000. Now it's at like 150,000. So you just, that alone, you just know like, okay, this is what the market is right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with yeah, a lot of what you were saying, Wavy. Like, I mean, it's basically a third of what it was. The ETH prices, I mean, specifically, is basically a third of what it was
Mhm.
of like then a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago or something like that. So it's looking low, and I know personally, it's making me just. I'm not really looking into buying anything, just kind of waiting until the market rises back up. I don't know if anyone else is taking that same approach, but yeah, it's I think it's just the mindset, which is unfortunate for all these big projects that like have the roadmap saying that they're going to come out this year. But I totally also agree with that tone deaf comment that you made about Lonely Pop, because I mean, yeah, 1.5 is so much,
Yeah.
so much. They basically like kind
Well,
of. Sorry, what's up?
well, so it is a fair Dutch auction. So I guess technically it's
It's
0.25 to
0.25.
mint,
Yeah.
That's true, but then the thing is, like, to even
which is still high.
yeah, to start at that high, you're already like, I feel like that tone deaf is that thing. Like, if they had started maybe at like 0.5 instead of 1.5, because I think as soon as
For
you
sure.
get to a certain amount, you're automatically disqualifying like so many people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to try this. This is way too much for me, right? So starting it lower and allowing it to go even lower than that may have saved it, but I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure.
so it's very possible they killed themselves, like, so
Yeah.
but it's definitely a combination of all the factors, but you got to be smart when you're approached with these kinds of, like, it's not like it was like a couple months ago, when things could just sell at crazy prices. It's different. So you have to approach it differently.
So how do you think projects need to shift their approach in this market right now for people who are trying to launch projects? Because I mean, both of these communities that we mentioned, projects that we mentioned, both have great, amazing artwork. They
Yeah.
have a great team behind it with doxed members and members who are experienced
Yeah.
in launching other projects. I mean, you can't get a better team behind these things, right?
Hmm.
So and they have like so many followers. So what can help a project be successful besides having a free mint?
I think that if you like so free mint obviously is going to be very attractive, especially for like a high quality project like Lonely Pop or something similar to it. But if you were to just lower the price to something that's not as
Ridiculous.
yeah, not ridiculous, and then just doesn't look so scary, you know, like a 0.09 or something like that. So it's close to 0.1, but it's like right below it. Or like even if it's just 0.1, you know, that's not like completely out of the realm. Like it's not crazy to charge 0.1 ETH, you know. I think that could attract people. I think the people with the big projects don't want to get overconfident in their numbers to think, oh, we have a huge community, we can charge whatever we want, because that's what the other big projects did a while ago. They just have to really be able to understand what their community members can afford, honestly, like how much they're willing to really spend on this product.
Yeah, I think I spent some time in their Discord just to see what was going on. And a lot of people were like, hey, you should have listened to the community. Like we said, your price was too high.
Yeah.
And, you know, like,
yeah.
I wish they listened.
I mean, I guess for any project, community building but not just the building part, but actually like maintaining, you know, like nurturing that community to like understand them and find out what they want. That's such a big part of this world. I mean, it's been since the beginning, but I feel like right now is where it's needed the most.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think if I was a owner or founder of an NFT project right now, I would be pretty scared to launch right now in this market. So I think with that being said, I don't think I would even launch. If I had to postpone, maybe I would do that and just continue to build a community and try to add more value to the project. Whether it's, I don't know, just trying to come up with something innovative or unique to my NFT project, or I just wouldn't rush it just to try to, you know, as like a cash grabber, trying to make a quick dollar. I would just market it even more. I'll just continue to build a community, try to get more people to buy into it. And then when the market gets a little bit better, maybe I would release it then. And even then I wouldn't release it at like a crazy price, you know, 0.05, 0.07, I think, which would be reasonable. But I think that would be my approach right now. But yeah, no, it's scary. It's scary.
Yeah, delaying is also a very, very good idea. If it's possible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think if projects can get through this bear market phase, then, you know, they can succeed on the other side.
Yeah.
But they have to be able to, you know,
weather the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I was like, oh, the market is really low right now. I haven't seen it this low in when was the last time it was this low? I think it was like 3 years ago or something like that. It was a long time.
Yeah. I mean, since I got into crypto, it's never been this low. So
oof. But okay. Yeah. Once again, everybody, please do your own research. I know we didn't really give any financial advice in this episode, but just to be safe, please make sure that you're doing that. I don't think I have any projects right now that I'm currently looking into. How about you guys?
No,
nothing. But everybody, please let us know if you were an owner or founder of an NFT project, what would you do right now in this bear market?
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for listening in, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great night.
Subscribe, comment, like.
And like.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.